cream in every jar of Agenus. Retinol 24, collagen peptide, new vitamin C, and the iconic red jar. Can't talk now at Array.com.
Attention! Are you on Medicaid or Medicare? The U.S. government recently announced that 12.2 million citizens are eligible for additional benefits beyond what they receive from original Medicare or Medicaid. These additional benefits include up to $1,000 of dental credit, up to $1,200 to spend at your local pharmacy, up to $144 added back to your Social Security check every month. Call Go Medicare today to see if you are one of the over 12 million people that qualifies for these benefits. Call now at 800-886-6490. Call and benefits review are 100% free with no obligation to enroll. These benefits will make a difference in your health insurance coverage with additional benefits like dental, vision, and over-the-counter medications. Make Medicare and Medicaid work for you. Call Go Medicare today at
What are you doing?
800-886-6490.
Huh?
That's
What are you doing?
800-886-6490.
What are you doing, Coda Bear?
I have a moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
Did you just roll your eyes at me? Do you want your eyeball? Girl, because I own those. Yep. 25 cents.
Before treatment, your doctor should check you for
Got a
infectious
quarter?
tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection
Huh?
or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or coughs,
Let
or
me.
if you plan
Get your feet off of me. What are you doing?
family
No.
not getting clean,
Get your
but
feet
Charlotte
off of
Russe
your
shampoo.
mom.
It just cleans better, so your
Off.
family can use less.
I
It's for
don't,
snoring in my ear
I
all the
don't
time.
like you like that.
That's for snoring
I
in
was
my ear
snoring.
all the time. Oh,
I
in
was
my ear.
tired.
Yes.
Sorry.
Like cookware
I
sets
can't
at
help because you try to sleep
$49.99.
pretty. Ain't my fault. I be getting it in.
Plus,
Uh,
three-piece luggage sets only
Whatever.
$99.
But y'all, let me say, good morning, Judy. Good morning. This is about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, y'all. It was something very important that was said on the live last night. One sleepy, I clicked on it. Something very important. And the crazy thing is, Scooby Doo, I don't think that he intentionally dropped the ball, but he intentionally opened up a door. He opened up a brand new door right now. It's like bingo. There you have it, right there. Hey, simply. I was like, there it is right there. Very important question that was asked. So y'all gonna have to go back and do the replay on it and write your notes down on it, right? After all he said in opening up his door, right? In his questionable argument. He asked a very, very important question, right? Even though we know everybody is good morning, good morning. Debosky is Scooby Doo, simply. Go back and really, 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 really listen to the question he asked. Go back, go back, go back over there and listen to that darn live. That's a very important question. You know, and it listened to the part where he talks about the drunken Larry narrative. Listen to that. And because one person felt like, oh no, you know, you're not gonna throw me under the bus on this, where, I was associating with DJ and DJ got to ride around, in the vehicle, with one person and everything. But he made a point about, well, okay, well, DJ rode around in the vehicle also with you. So kind of double standards on defining informant, right? Because, somewhere they both will know a little bit about DJ because they both been around. Now, go listen to the live and listen to the deflection, the whole distraction through. I mean, you talking about a curveball in it because a person can't clearly explain the narrative of the association with Drunken Larry. threw all kind of BS in the air, but never did the answer come directly out to say, well, okay, maybe that's it, right? Because now it's like, well, how does that excuse a person to run creation on YouTube that Drunken Larry was not an informant? I can't drop it all because I said only 5 minutes, but you got to go listen to it. And when you're done listening to it really well, and you start at Scooby-Doo part where he asks the question. Does it really get answered? No. But what you will get out of that is a bunch of over talking, screaming. I got to get these people away from talking about Drunken Larry being some type of informant, some type of person that put a whole bunch of information out here that possibly hurt Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case. Over talking. Wah, 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 and wah, 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 and no, and no. And keep in mind, people have a funny way of defining their behavior totally different than the way that you would define it. Those people are, semi-borderline, a little bit narcissists. Believe they own BS. Period. Period. You say you don't listen to it, but, well, it'll be hard for you to kind of understand what I'm speaking on, but I gave you a little bit. Dubosky dropped a question out there, kind of opening doors to something else that if he dropped it, I'm pretty sure I can believe that he had been sitting on it for quite some time. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, go over there to the Catfish Live, it's on there. Go over to the Catfish Live. You can scroll fast forward when you have the 3 people on the panel, and that includes Dubosky. He been sitting on that question for a while. He been scratching his head on that for a while. He been wanting to know that for a while because, the entanglement with DJ. And of course, everybody saw DJ in a vehicle in Texas, kicking it, having fun, riding around. But you have the other people over there that, says that DJ is an informant and an informant and an informant. But then the shots got fired back about, but wait a minute, DJ also been in the vehicle with you. So you have 2 people that has been already close to DJ that would pretty much know, DJ's persona, I guess, or he played them both. I don't know. But then listen carefully to the question that Scooby-Doo asks. Listen to it. And when he dropped that question, boy, all hell broke loose in that commentary. Broke loose. And there was a bunch of deflection and finger pointings and, oh, no, 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 no. I have to be honest. I've been sitting over here like, well, wait a minute. How is this? How is this working out? How do you do this? How is it that one person is close to an informant? Because he was an informant. He did drop a lot of stuff. He did say, I put 100 people out here. He did say, and send this down to this prosecutor and this person over here and this person over there. And then it was already put out here that, what's up, Mom?
You gonna yabby all day?
No, just for about 10 minutes.
Dang.
No, 10 minutes.
Was
No.
Scott still talking about bringing the bedroom set here?
He said something about he think that is 2 king-size beds in the box or something. So, I don't know. He's finna open them up and look at it and see what it is. If it's too big, I was like, can't use 2 big ones. So, he said he'll call me back. So we'll see. No, I don't think so, Judy. I really don't think so.
You didn't get hold of Fly.
Yeah, I'll call him.
I don't think you're gonna get all that either.
Yeah, if not, then we'll get a storage somewhere. He'll figure it out. Um, no, I don't think so. I do not, Judy. I think, his name is just being thrown around because a lot of people just don't like him. That's just my opinion on that. I don't know. I think that, you know, I look at DJ. I think like Don Russell. You get your head in there. You doing your investigations. You coming up across a lot of things that may make sense and may not make sense. So it's like you doing too much, bruh. We gonna make you out to be something. So you're gonna be an informant, and that's just how people do out here. That's just me. But and me sitting over here on nobody's side and really don't give, hey Trev, really don't give two hoops about whatever, but you have to watch it. And Scooby Doo, he did open up a new door, and he had to have been sitting on that for quite some time because it is puzzling. It's puzzling, and I was like, oh, but it also got deflected. It's like, and when you start hearing that, somebody done touched the button. Somebody done push the button. And I was like, okay, answer it, answer it, answer it. But, it started to, I'm going to drop you off. I'm going to drop you off because I got to say what I got to say. And then here comes the whole new definition of what something means. And I was like, that's not, in my opinion, that's not correct. That's not correct at all. But on the outside looking in, y'all be like, oh, I don't know. But you also look at who and what is all aligned. Like like that person right there is fucking with that person the long way, the hard way, right? I mean, I'm talking about core links and support and support and support and support. And I'm like, how the hell is this working? How does this go this way? I mean, I'm not puzzled about it, but I be asking myself, like, how the hell do you put oranges and tomato in a mixture together? Huh? Huh? Where? When? How? That's got to be a very disgusting taste. Like, that's got to be so damn disgusting. Tomatoes and oranges. But he opened the door on it. He really did. But y'all got to go back and listen to the video and listen to it very, very carefully. And I promise you, it's going to make you go, hmm? Oh, wow. Interesting. But, you know me. I'm the crazy one. What y'all doing today? What y'all doing today? I had to break my luggage down because apparently it was over 50 pounds. And I am told, since I don't fly, that anything over 50 pounds, you're going to have to pay more money for it. And I was like, what? What? What if these are the things that I need to take and all this stuff? So I had to break my luggage down some to get it under 50 pounds, I guess. I was like, well, how much is it for over the 50 pounds? Who knows? Beauty, what you doing today? If you don't bring it here, I won't. Oh, you don't know, Beauty? Yeah, well, I'm going to keep bringing it to you, but it's some suspicion activities going on. Suspicion. Mm-hmm. You say you working until 3. Then you prep your food last night simply. I think you got I won't have no Thanksgiving dinner this year, and I'm okay with that. Cause it's going to take a whole month to get them calories off after you eat Thanksgiving, starting to fall out from it. And then you done ate all year round pretty much some of the close foods of what we're preparing for Thanksgiving. So I just wake up and be like, thank you, give my prayers and thanks for that. Hi, Tania. Good morning. Crazy, right? But back to Judy. Nope. I don't think so. I think that you just get branded with a name according to how you move out here. You say at my job, mama. You you take care of mama. You take care of mama. That's what you do. So I don't know. My sister was like, "Oh, it's like 80 degrees here." I'm like, "Huh?" So I could take these thermals off because it's cold here. It's cold, cold, cold. Mm. Makes you go, hmm. So then after that, I kind of just said, you know what, I got to make myself go to sleep last night. So I just clicked off and went to sleep where I should have never clicked on it because then I wouldn't have no gossiping tea, But people have a funny way of redefining things to make the narrative fit their purpose, fit their saying. It was all messed up. But every time a question was asked or on that subject, it was wah, 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 and whoa, wah, 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 whoa, 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 migraine, whoa, wah, wah, wah. I got them pounds. Yes, I do, Shannon. I do. I gotta drop them, though, Shannon. I gotta drop them off. Definitely gotta drop them off. Let me see. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still turning it. There we go. I do. I gotta lose this weight. Yeah, lose the weight, the weight, the weight, the weight, the weight. I gotta get it off, Shannon. Mm-hmm. So, what y'all want me to bring y'all back? I got you. Hey, Linnell. Hi. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Happy Thanksgiving. But this is Charlotte's Web. It's an entanglement out here. I also checked out the other video with Windbush. I did. And from the outside looking in, I kind of feel like she's also, this is just my opinion. I feel like with the video that she just dropped and Bruce is on there talking and she's asking those questions, right? And they're not questions, let me see, they're not questions just to be having like a normal conversation, right? I feel as though she asked him questions to drop information that shouldn't be dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, she asked him a question about him starting out in the music career, and she asked him questions about um, Gregory, which I guess now must be Cousin Levi's name, right? And Choke No Joke made a vow, I'm not going to drop your name and all that stuff, but he does know it. And but you have Sharon Winbush over there, dropping his name, Gregory, okay? But she sits there and she starts asking Bruce about information about Gregory as well, just to prove her point about he is known with R. Kelly. Y'all see how that works? That's crazy, right? So what does Bruce do after Choke No Joke brought him on and was questioning, so who's really being played, y'all? Who's really being played? Choke No Joke did his interview, his Q&A with Bruce Kelly, right? And what did Bruce Kelly say on there? Who's the daddy? Who are you? Like, who's the daddy? Well, then how you some kin to us? But then Sharon Winbush turns around, get back in touch with Bruce Kelly, and drops a video behind Choke No Joke. She asks Bruce Kelly all about Cousin Levi. So now it's definitely back to the confusion part of who is Cousin Levi. Yeah, it's back into an entanglement because now you had Bruce double talking himself, double standard, right? Choke No Joke or who is the daddy? Now he was Sharon Winbush. Oh yeah, Gregory. Yep, he was there. And Sharon asked him another question. Then he gonna say, he says, well, yeah, Barry Hankerson paid him the 5,000 to leave because he's Muslim, and with him being Muslim, he had a problem. This Bruce talking. I don't know if y'all caught that video. That cousin Gregory, aka cousin Levi, has a problem with a whole bunch of women around dropping their butts and stuff like that. So that's why they paid him 5,000 to go home. So not only did she use Bruce to drop information that probably shouldn't have been out here about Mr. Kelly having the women around, according to information coming from Bruce Kelly with the question that she asked her. All these women was around. And when you got the Kale sector out here, or his attorneys or whatever, never even brought up in a courtroom, in the court of law, they never brought up about any women being around Mr. Kelly with dropping their butts and dancing and doing this. But then Sharon Winbush sits right on there to get Bruce Kelly to feed information like this out in the air. And now I'm starting to say to myself, well, now I can see why, in my opinion, that Mr. Kelly didn't want them around that much no more. Because he talked too much. He talked too much. He could have told Sharon Winbush before she figured out a strategic way to use him due to his substance abuse situation, knowing that he just not up to par all the way up here. There's going to be a moment that he can use a little clout, and she definitely could have used clout. That's just my opinion. But I look at it like you're using that man as well. You know that there is some things just to prove who you are and who you know after 20 years of knowing Mr. Kelly. There are some things that you should not be using his brother to say out here in this goddamn atmosphere. And she, in my opinion, she's playing him too. He's naive, he's gullible, he's easy. The world already knows that they're brothers. This is Bruce Kelly. We know that. But I feel that her questions that she's asking him, you're having that man drop some stuff out here that the attorneys didn't even come and argue and fight about. Nobody had to know that. Um, so I was like, that is so weird how these people are strategically moving out here. It's the green one, Dakota. There you go. Yeah, he's gullible. He's easy. And the crazy thing is that I'm sure he knows that you're helping her to be renowned, out here. People high heel, you're helping her, but at the same time, he's helping himself and she's helping herself with the gravy bowl. And that's just my opinion about it. I was like, wow, listen to some of the things that he is saying. If it wasn't said and it wasn't what the fight was about in the court of law to help vindicate him, then why are you pushing his family out here to say these things that doesn't matter? Levi, cousin Levi, in my opinion, is irrelevant. The same way that Winbush drops and with her anger about that's not what even the case is, and that's not what this is, and that didn't have nothing to pertain to that, and that didn't do with that. But you turn around and you do the same thing. Why use Bruce Kelly to drop all of this stuff out here when it's irrelevant to the case. As she says, have Bruce Kelly talk about the charges. Have Bruce Kelly talk about what's coming up in Chicago or in Minnesota. Have Bruce Kelly talk about what it is that he is doing as well to support the injustice of his brother. How about talk about what could have been done differently at those goddamn talk shows that he did out there in downtown Chicago? Talk about that. Nobody has to keep talking about because, oh, there's an ex-girlfriend or ex-wife showed up. Being strategic. And if you're out here for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly and you say that you're a strategic person with maybe that's with the cooking stuff and the diet stuff or whatever. First of all, I will never trust a person when I'm sitting here listening to the diet or what is she, the nutritionist video, and it's the exact same person that is speaking over there, but then the person kind of denies that, that that's not me or have not owned up to the right of it. And that's out of, like she said, nobody needs to know who I am. Well, that's impossible because that is exactly, if we need a voice recognition professional out here, it's the same freaking voice. There's no questions about it. I was like, well, okay, maybe she's a profession in the nutritionist thing, but if that's her face and something in the nutritionist part of what she was eating or whatever, it didn't work out. It just something, maybe it was an allergic reaction or something back when she was younger or something like that. I don't know. But that's how I feel. I feel that, and you're using, she's using the brother. The brother is all, you weren't supposed to catch that, Lady Diva. You weren't supposed to catch that. But it's just double standards all the way around the clock. Like, why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you talking about that? That was irrelevant. Well, all of the stuff that she brought Bruce back out to do a phone call with and record him, which he probably don't even know he was recorded, because he's so gullible. He's just Bruce, there's nothing shiny about Bruce. Bruce is just regular John Doe like us. He just want to talk. That's it. But it's sad because he's caught in this limbo where, okay, do I, just follow behind Bruce? Once again, behind a person, obviously, he knew she was there as a nutritionist. So I guess that gave her brownie points to be involved in this family, Kelly family, or whatever. She's sure having a hard time getting hold to his sister, huh? She sure ain't got hold to that sister to bring her out, though. Just the boys. Imagine that. But you can't scream at one person about what he did not do according to your rules and regulations. I told you if you'd moved it like this and done it like this, it would have been okay. And then turn around to do what you are accusing the person of not doing to meet your standards. So Bruce does what? And Gregory, yep, and Gregory was there, and Barry Hankerson sent him out. Barry Hankerson paid this man $5,000 to go home because he was Muslim, and what Barry Hankerson was doing with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's career, with all the women around and dropping it like it's hot and twerking and stuff like that. Gregory did not like that. So here's $5,000. You can go home because you're Muslim, because you're going to mess up what we're doing. Isn't that crazy? Now, there needs to be a rebuttal on that coming from Gregory, a.k.a. Cousin Levi. Because now Sharon Winbush just opened up a door on telling Cousin Levi's business. Ain't that a trip? And they all just steady dropping dimes, dropping dimes, dropping dimes on each other. On each other. How about that? She sat there and did a double whammy. Had Bruce Kelly tell some stuff out here that did not need to be told. It was not the fight up in the courtroom about his brothers unjustly done by the government. Nothing. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares that cousin Levi is the cousin. Nobody cares right now, in my opinion, that Bruce Kelly is the brother right now. That's just my opinion, because Bruce Kelly can't get him out, and neither can cousin Levi. It ain't gonna happen. The only person that's going to be able to overturn Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's court hearing on that guilty verdict of 9 counts apiece is Mrs. Jennifer Bon Jean. That's it, and that's all. But she just dropped a dime on that damn man, and now I'm sure everybody want to know now why we want to know cousin Levi true. Barry Hankerson, 5 grand. Well, keep listening to that. I want to know that damn story. But there's so many stories out here. But yeah, sometimes when you think that you're doing good, you're actually doing bad. And you actually double standarding what you say and what you argue about to another person. Just like on that panel that was up and on until about 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. All you hear is double standards. Wah, 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 wah. There was a question that was asked, and then it did not get answered because a button was definitely pushed. It was pushed. How? And the question that Scooby Doo asked, it was answered pretty much by one of the people on the panel, but the other one just went into a temper tantrum. And I was like, okay, when you bump all of that, what you talking about? Answer the question. Never did. And Scooby Doo knows, he knows that it did not get answered, but he had to stand down. I didn't think that he was going to fold on the question because he kept trying to push it. But he finally stood down on it. All right, all right. He explained what opened the doors for because they kind of got lost. So he had to backtrack and say, no, this is what I asked, and this it ended up to this. And then the other person said this about DJ, and then he fired back about, well, you as well was in the vehicle with DJ. So if you think that if I know that he's an informant, and if I'm kicking it with an informant, then you have to know some things, and you kicked it with an informant. That's a that's check and balance right there. But you jump to the other person that was on the panel and you ask about drunken Larry. And as soon as the wah, 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 it didn't force Scooby-Doo to drop the ball. He just could not get his valid point in anymore. Because the wah, 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 wah didn't want to hear it. Didn't want to justify for it. Not at all. Not at all. It was crazy as hell. But I say, and I know y'all know, sometimes the person that thinks that they're the smartest person in the world ends up usually being the dumbest person in the world. Pretty much. And that's just my opinion. My opinion. Hi, Juicy Love. Hi. You say, why isn't anyone talking about? No, nobody's talking about him anymore. Hey, Galatius. Good morning. What is it? Afternoon. Queen. Hey, Queen. Oh, nothing, Queen. I know how a lot of you guys, including myself, I stay away from that channel over there, even though I still hear the little AKA name that, Scooby-Doo gave me or whatever. And I'm okay with that. That stuff don't bother me. But he was on a panel last night. He was on a panel. You have to go over there to the panel on the Catfish channel. And you fast forward to when Scooby-Doo starts to talking about informant. Okay? and you listen to the question that he asked. And he asked that question. I had to think, I scratched my head. Oh no, he ain't just asked that question out of the blue. He been thinking about that question for quite some time. So he's been following it just as much as everybody else out here, including myself, right? But it just so happened to be him that opened the door about the question on informant type stuff, right? And he addressed the two people that was on the panel, right? One person responded back, and the other one brought you back BS. Right. Deflected, distracted, threw the whole thing to the left, threw a whole curveball up in it. But Scooby Doo was a little bit persistent. He kept coming with the same freaking question. It's just that he could not get a logical answer on it because of the over talking and the distracting of how a person had chosen to define informant or being around a person or this or that. But you gotta go watch it. I found it very interesting because I was like, wow, sometimes we get in situations where I can't stand this person. I don't mess with this person. But we all have a brain that was gifted to us by God. And somewhere, the person that you don't associate with, don't kick it with, don't bite with, don't have no doings with, is thinking the exact same thing. I was like, wow, how long he been having that in the back burner to drop them dimes out here, because he dropped it. He definitely dropped it. I was like, booyah. And I don't even mess with him. I don't mess with him. I don't listen. I don't go much. I stay, in my lane over here. But I was like, bam. Now you talking about a bam bam stick? It was bam. It was like, oh snap. But there it was. So, it say go to who. So here it is. I just thought it was interesting. Hello, Il. Salute, brother. Salute. Salute, salute. So I don't know. I find it interesting. It might give you guys a little bit of interest today, but you really have to turn your ears up. You really have to turn your ears up on that one. It's crazy. It's crazy. Then I went to sleep. Anyways, I'm going to be getting ready to go up out of here. I think I have everything packed. And the next time I talk to you guys, I'll probably be on an airplane or it might be in Arizona. So, but I got to go finish helping my mom, lollygag with her and laugh with her and get ready to get up out of here. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the chat. I hope you and your families have nothing but blessings. Many and many and many and many and many and many after that. I'm not a turkey person anymore. I don't do the ham stuff like that anymore. So I'm okay with missing Thanksgiving at home. But I'll keep all of y'all in my prayers and hope that all of your food comes out good. You enjoy your families. Those that are work could get home right away and enjoy your families out there, because that is what Thanksgiving is all about today. So, tomorrow. Tomorrow, well, today is Wednesday. Yeah, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. So, but everybody, enjoy and stay safe. Be careful out here and keep your eyes open. And when you get some tea, because I'm on the plane and stuff, make sure you hit my messages so I could get in there and get the tea so I could bring it back to y'all. Because I ain't nothing scared over here. I ain't in the way. But it's some foul play out there. But you gotta go listen to the goddamn live. Gotta go listen to it. And I'm not giving him no kudos or no shout outs or none like that. Scooby Doo's still on the back burner. That's a wrap with that. You move on. But he dropped a dime question over there. He really did. So before you get to smiling with what you think is looking pretty, sometimes it ain't always that pretty. And I'm not talking about feature. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your heart. I'm talking about people's mind. It ain't always pretty on the inside. So I gotta go. What Jason at? Tell Jason I said happy Thanksgiving. Ill, you have a good Thanksgiving too. So, Juicy and Beauty, all you guys. Matilda, hugs, girl. Matilda, hugs, lady. You have a good one. You have a good one. Simply, you have a good one. T, you have a good one. Let me see. Linnea, Shannon, my love, have a good one. Queen Diva, have a good one. Galatians. I think I got everybody. If I missed you guys, Tanea, charge it to the game, not my heart. So I gotta go. I'm finna go catch Spitting Fire video because I heard she has some laughter going on over there about how this is Alcatraz. So I'm finna go laugh at her and I'm waiting on the clock. That's pretty much it. So bye bye, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Bye.